Hello, Virgo. My name is Lynn Walden, and I am doing a reading for you for the week of December 2nd. And I'm using my Intuitive Insight Oracle cards. Virgo, I have a moon in Virgo. And so I'm going to say some things that might seem a little harsh, but understand that I'm hearing them myself, for me as well. So what's come up here as I've been looking at these cards and feeling them is that there might be a certain quality of feeling grief and loss around something you've considered betrayal. Now, I'm going to read betrayal because I think it's an important thing to start thinking of in terms of how energetically you might experience it. Acts of betrayal can range from behaviors which make us feel that someone's being unreliable through to disloyal and all the way to being malicious. The scope of possible acts that this one word covers is huge. Question: if we didn't take any of these behaviors personally, would we perceive them as betrayals? Okay, so I think that's important to consider because what you're also being asked to look at is cognitive distortions you might have around that. So cognitive distortions might be, everybody always hurts me. Well, no, not everybody does. It might have been three people, but if they were three really important people, that can really affect the fact that you're going to perceive the world that way. I'm thinking specifically like a friend, a parent, a lover. You know, it's so easy when it has happened to us in a way that is profoundly painful, and especially if there is a pattern of it, it's so easy to say everybody. And the world always is, and people can't be. It's not all people, and it's not every boyfriend or girlfriend, and it's not. So you're being asked to look at that because it's almost as though there's a quality of kind of like childish positionality on that. You know, it's like exaggerations are very often part of emotional immaturity and youth, and it's part of playing with words and things of that nature. But, you know, what I'm getting here is it may go back to your childhood, whatever this sense of betrayal and grief is. It may not be. It may just simply be that you've hung on to something, or you're hanging on to that idea the way a child would hang on to something, and that you're not letting yourself see clearly and honestly what some of the situations were around betrayal and grief. And what that does is that really robs you of your personal power, because as long as you consider yourself always being betrayed, then you're seeing yourself always as the victim. So looking at the cognitive distortions, looking at where you feel you're superior to the people who have hurt you, it can really give you a different perspective on what your role in the situation was and where you might have chosen differently. Excuse me. The other thing that you're being asked to consider in this is, I really feel this week is something where you get to let go of that stuff. And you get to let go of that stuff by taking a chance that there is a benevolent force that is guiding you. And that with honesty, clearing some of these cognitive distortions, choosing that you want to give up this identity, like really, do you want to be right about people hurting you, or do you just want to get beyond feeling like you're constantly going to be hurt? Remember, I'm saying this to myself as well. So yeah, it's like, take a chance on just have this attitude that what if everything I'm doing is exactly right? And what if I really can lean into a higher power and trust that somebody or something knows better than what I think I know about this situation or about anything, that there is just a wiser, higher power engaged. And I could look at that too in terms of, well, I could think of some situations where I have definitely felt betrayed. And yet when I look at it and I see the big picture of my life, I go, thank God that that person left. Because yeah, that would not have worked long term. There would have been some bad blood there, and possibly lots of it. So on that note, not really violent, not much anyway. I'm going to leave you with that, Virgo. Check out where you have felt betrayed, where you're hanging on to it, where you might have a childish attitude towards it, where it's all this and all that. Look at where you're giving away your power because of that, where you're having this false sense of superiority over people who have hurt you because you would never do that. Check it out. Chances are you have. And yeah, take a chance that you can let go of that energy, that doesn't have to be a continued experience in your life. You can claim your power back by choosing not to be a victim anymore, or not seeing yourself as a victim anymore. Okay? All right. I think that's it. If you found this helpful and were not totally offended by me calling you childish, or implying that there may be some childish energy still at play around the issue of betrayal, then it would be great if you would press the like and subscribe button if you feel inclined. Thank you very much and have a great week. I'll be back.